Hello there. It's another good time on the Power Circuits. The program is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. I am Amara Agugoisi. Let's get through today's edition. Minister of Power Abubakar D. Aliyu joins global actors to discuss energy transition. Managing Director and CEO of TCN inspects expansion projects at 132 kV Ilorin Transmission Substation in Kwara State. TCN Abuja Region executes maintenance of 100 MVA transformer at Katampe Transmission Substation. The Power Circuit also brings to you an interview session with the Regional Operations Manager Abuja Region, Engineer Ojo Thomas Oladeji. He highlights his role in the grid system operations for the region that serves the bulk power needs of Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. The Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu, has joined global actors in the energy sector to discuss energy transition and the role Nigeria plays in this.
According to a statement from his office, Engineer Aliyu, who actively participated in the 23rd Energy Transition Dialogue in Germany, also interacted with his colleagues from different countries. The minister also featured on panels that discussed the present and future of energy. The Minister of Power, Engineer Aliyu, also engaged in other activities on the sideline of the Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue. One of such was a meeting he had with the Executive Director of Greenpeace International, Jennifer Morgan. Nigeria is an active player in the energy transition discourse and is one of the few countries in Africa to have launched a robust energy transition plan, taking into account the utilization of renewable energy towards ramping up power supply. Nigeria presently is implementing key actions towards attaining the Vision 30-30-30, indicating 30,000 megawatts of electricity by 2030, with 30% of that coming from renewable energy sources.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, has inspected an expansion project at the 132 kV Ilorin Transmission Substation in Kwara State. The company is executing an expansion project in the facility to enable it to deliver more bulk power to Ilorin, the state's capital, and its environs.
Engineer Abdulaziz, who was in company of top management officials including the Regional Transmission Manager, Osogbo Region of TCN, Engineer Suleiman Mahmoud, inspected the components in the power facility. The Regional Transmission Manager, Osogbo Region of TCN, Engineer Suleiman Mahmoud, informed the TCN head that a new 132 kV transmission substation being developed at nearby Oyo State will also provide relief to the Ilorin substation.
That new Oyo, I think by the time it comes on, they will relieve.
By the time Oyo comes on, it will feed part of up in Fashola and down to Oyo and to
The visiting team also inspected the switchyard where the transformer plant is being constructed. The entourage also inspected the control room of the substation to see firsthand the operations as works are on to advance the automation system.
The Abuja region of the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) has successfully executed scheduled maintenance on a 100 MVA power transformer at the Katampe transmission substation in Abuja. The power circuit monitored the process and reports the process.
Officials of TCN said the essence of the scheduled maintenance exercise was to enable the replacement of down-dropper conductor of transformer 2 having a 100 MVA 132 33 kV capacity in the substation. The maintenance crew requested for a temporary outage of busbar 1 as part of the global safety best practice during the maintenance process. Our principal manager, Transmission Abuja Sub-Region, Engineer Gabdo Chimda, further explained the process in the maintenance exercise.
Here our linesmen are working on the down dropper. We are preparing to evacuate a load from this our new 100 MVA transformer, which very soon we are going to energize it. That's why they had problem on the line sometimes back, on the down dropper sometimes back. So today we are making sure that we replace all the bad conductors, ready for evacuation of the load.
According to him, the 132 33 kV Katampe transmission substation covers a wide range of areas in the Abuja capital city.
We have 1 by 100 and 1 by 60 MVA transformer, and we have 6 feeders here. We have Jabi, we have, in short, we have 6 feeders. And these 6 feeders are feeding part of Maitama, Jabi, Pape, and Utako.
The TCN maintenance crew worked diligently at the switchyard as they checked the lines as well as the transformer area. Also speaking, a senior manager system lines, Engineer Ayodele Olaniyi, noted that the maintenance was proactive and within the best safety standard, ensuring that the brand new 100 MVA transformer in the substation is well optimized.
All this process is toward to energize the new installation transformer. Yes, and the procedure has been taken so far. Even since last week, we have booked for the outage in advance at the ISO.
The maintenance crew also checked the oil compartment, the transformer base, as they injected oil into the brand new power transformer. After that, they went ahead to check and connect the circuit breakers and other components to ensure satisfactory power evacuation through the new transformer.
Upon completion, the TCN maintenance crew carried out the necessary safety checks and restored bulk power supply from the substation within a short time.
The power circuit continues shortly. Kindly stay with us.
Oh my God, what caused this fire? Eh? Hey, God help us. Assuming this thing happened in the night, nobody from this building would have come out alive.
Madam, hey, this is why we have warned landlords not to erect structures under the high voltage lines. If this high voltage line fell on the ground, nothing would have happened. But because this structure has been wrongly erected and the high voltage line fell on it, that is why whatever has happened has happened. We advise landlords to always consult the Transmission Company of Nigeria on their safety compliance on the right of way, so that something like this does not happen again.
Oga, we are talking of burnt house and you are talking of right of way. What is right of way and safety compliance?
Safety compliance simply means before erecting any structure around any electricity tower or line, there are safety distances you must adhere to. These safety distances are 25 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 330 kV, 15 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 132 kV, and 7.5 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 33/11 kV. These stipulated safety distance instructions are what we call right of way. If these simple, basic safety distances are adhered to, trust me, there will be less loss of property and lives resulting from cut transmission lines.
Visit Transmission Company of Nigeria office nearest to you for your safety regulations before erecting structures. Let us save lives and properties and build a stronger Nigeria. This message is from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
Here is an interview segment of the power circuit. Our guest today is the Regional Operations Manager, Abuja Region, Engineer Thomas Oladeji Ojo. The TCN experts highlight some activities of the grid system operations for the region, which serves the bulk power needs of Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. What role does the system operation arm of TCN play in the power sector?
System operation has to do with the management of generation, transmission and distribution resources in order to make available power to the consumers. And one of the functions of system operation is to evacuate load from the generating stations to the consumer. Now, while doing this, there are parameters that is much more important, which is the core of operation systems. There are parameters that are very necessary for us to know to be able to appreciate the function of system operation. And these are frequency, voltage. In addition, we have load, that is active power, reactive power, power factor, and phase angle. These are very important parameters that system operator uses the equipment within the systems to control. And I want to say grid is like the body system. You discover you have blood pressure, you have sugar level. If the level of sugar level is high, a person can collapse. If the level of sugar level is low, a person can collapse. If the level of blood pressure is high, the person can collapse. If the level of blood pressure is low, the person can collapse. So the two parameters, frequency which has to do with quantity and the voltage which has to do with quality, has to be controlled within the certain limits.
What is the bulk power evacuation capacity of the Abuja region?
We have recorded up to about 600 megawatts before, from time to time. Abuja is a very important and a very sensitive environment, and there are a lot of development that is going on, and we require a lot of megawatt within the city. Apart the political importance of it, security-wise and everything, we thus far have recorded up to 600 megawatts within the whole Abuja catch area. We have what we call Abuja Complex. Abuja Complex has to do with supply in Abuja, where 2 by 150 MVA at Kwakwalada and 3 by 150 MVA at Katampe's cover. Now we equally have additional supplies from other places, like Lafia is being fed from Makodi. Then we have Ajakuta, they have Mina down to Shiruru. So you can see the catchment area of AEDC. And so as a result of that, we require a lot of megawatts in Abuja. It is very, very important because of the catchment area. Within the Abuja complexity, sometimes we recorded about 450, 440, that is complex alone, not minding other outskirts area. And so as a result of that, you discover that there is more need for more megawatt because there are a lot of development coming up in Abuja. In order to synergize, we have to meet with the distribution company to make us to understand the critical area that are very important, so that even when we have less, we'll be able to fill those critical places like hospital, like airports, like National Assembly, like President, all these critical places, we must meet their need. And at the same time, equally putting the need of other less customers in place because they are equally important.
TCN strongly collaborates with distribution companies. How is it for the Abuja region?
First official work I did, I engaged in, is to have a meeting with the AEDC to see how we will improve on our relationship as per meeting the need of Abuja without compromising the grid stability. So we had a meeting between all the ACS within Abuja region, and they equally came with all their senior dispatchers, head of operations, the CTO, and we were able to sit down together. You know, Abuja politically, security-wise, is a very sensitive place that you just have to work together with the distribution company in order to achieve the goal you want to achieve. So we came down and looked at the situation and see what we can do to be able to supply power to the critical places or Abuja environment at our own end without compromising grid stability. Because one of the main functions of system operation is to make sure that at all time the grid is stable. The grid stability, we cannot compromise it. There is a law that says that when there is conflict between security of the system and economic dispatch, security of the system supersedes. But because of the sensitivity of Abuja, you discover that you cannot but work with these people to be able to meet the need of strategic places within Abuja. So our working relationship right now is very cordial.
There is an ongoing effort to implement the supervisory control and data acquisition tool, communication, as well as the electricity management system by TCN. Of what importance is this for the Abuja region?
All we are after in order to maintain grid stability is the real-time monitoring and control and management of the system. Apart from the technical aspect of it, it maximizes profits. And once you are able to monitor the real-time operations, you are able to control this in automatic way, you discover that you'll be able to establish stability.
It's a complex but fruitful process to manage the electricity transmission system, and you rightly heard from Engineer Ojo on how it is done at the Abuja region of TCN. As we come to a close, let's run through the headlines. Minister of Power Abubakar Udi Aliyu joins global actors to discuss energy transition. Managing Director and CEO of TCN inspects expansion project at 132 kilovolts Ilorin transmission substation in Kwara State. TCN Abuja region executes maintenance of 100 MVA transformer at Katampe transmission substation. And for the interview segment, the encounter with the Regional Operations Manager, Abuja Region, Engineer Thomas Ojo Oladeji, was quite revealing, especially on the role of the region which serves Nigeria's capital city. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, would love to have your views, comments, and responses on the TCN YouTube channel, TCN_Nigeria. If you're on Facebook, you can connect with Transmission Company of Nigeria. Are you on Twitter? Then it is at TCN_Nigeria. TCN is on Instagram, TCN_Nigeria. You can also reach out by email message via affairs.public@tcn.org.ng. The TCN website, tcn.org.ng, is also handy to provide more information on the company's operations. Together, we can help TCN transmit electricity in the most efficient and effective manner. I am Amara Agogoesi. Have a good time.